If you want to be even more overpowered in mid-game, you are in the right place. If you follow this guide, you will learn yet another 15 of the most powerful upgrades that you can't afford to miss so you can be even more overpowered and dominate the game as early as possible. Flying pets can loot items faster compared to the other types of pets. Having the ability to get item drops as quickly as you can is crucial in the latest update, and it will save you so much time. So why not do it with style by taming the Iron Eagle? Just look how gorgeous this eagle is, from its overall design to the tiny details. Saying that this mechanical pet is awesome is simply an understatement. You need the Sought Day of Bond, and you can get this special item by gaining access to the village of Pororin, located in the southeast section of Hernan. Accessing the village of Pororin for the first time will get you kicked out, and in the camp you were thrown into, there is a child that you can talk to start a straightforward quest that will give you access to the village. The Iron Eagle requires 7 mercury pieces for you to tame it, and the most beginner-friendly and fastest way to gain mercury is by gifting trolls in Skolastone with animal hides or crimson glass containers. In exchange, they will give you mercury and other materials such as brimstone and rubber. Pretty much all of you know Skolastone by now, but you can find this location in the southwestern portion of Hernan, while you can get animal hides and other raw materials from the location on the screen right now. Farm these animals near the Abyss Nexus, then gain a huge amount of hides and other raw materials. Make sure to stand on the Nexus to reset the spot in a second without long loading times. Head to the Hawkstone Ruins in Delicia, located near the huge letter A landmark. Notice the Iron Eagle in the center of the ruins, and behind it is a special mechanism that you can interact with. And it is very important to note that you need to be here at least before 5 AM in the morning, and the safest bet in here is around 4:30 AM. Fast forwarding the time in here around 4:53 AM, and you will notice that you can now operate the mechanism. Activating the machine will power up the Iron Eagle with an interesting eye candy cutscene where the Iron Eagle will be showcased greatly. Follow the mecha bird and notice its flight pattern, and place the Sought Day of Bond where the eagle is circling, and make sure to place at least 7 mercuries on the Sought Day Bond, and wait for the eagle to notice your offering. Once the Iron Eagle notices your good gesture, it will land on the Sought Day of Bond and eat at least 7 mercuries and fill its trust meter to 100. Filling the eagle's trust to 100 will allow you to take the bird in, and your looting capabilities will never be the same again. Now, I honestly don't understand why Pearl Abyss added a broken wyvern mount in the game that can fly without limits. And yes, you heard that right. Not to mention that players can unlock this amazing mount as early as Chapter 4, which is mind-blowing to me. Adding insult to injury is that you will be unlocking your dragon at Chapter 11, and it has a horrible long cooldown after using it for a brief amount of time. You can argue that, hey samurai, you can unlock the dragon armor to make its flight infinite. Yes, I hear you, but the wyvern can be unlocked at Chapter 4 with already infinite flight with no other quest requirements. So it is a huge time saver if you can fly as early as Chapter 4. Let's get our broken wyvern by heading to the region of Delicia and locating the wyvern's cradle. I am showing you the surroundings to get your direction straight, and head through the caves ahead of us with the pillar-like stones on it. Showing you the wyvern's nest in here, which will be an important location later on. Once you are in the cave, follow the straightforward path in here until you reach the bismuth rock blocking a secret entrance. Destroy it with your force palm technique and get the egg inside the secret cave. You need to hold and bring the egg back to where we initially entered the cave area. Drop the egg at the center of the nest and wait for exactly 5 to 6 minutes. Fast forwarding the time in here, and once the egg flashes more often, hatch the egg and get your new baby wyvern. To have your fully grown wyvern, buy as much meat as you can in your local shop, but avoid bird meat since the wyvern doesn't like it. Then start feeding your baby wyvern. Feeding your wyvern will let you increase the pet's XP to level 2 right away, but after reaching level 2, you will notice that the XP will slow down big time, telling you that it has gathered enough XP for today, so you need to wait for the next day for the pet to gather XP. Day 2 comes and start feeding your wyvern once again, and you will notice that the XP will stop around halfway to level 3. Then day 3 comes and the XP will stop nearly before level 3. And finally, Day 4 of the feeding session comes, and reaching level 3 will allow you to grow your baby wyvern to a fully grown pet, and your exploration will be on the next level with infinite flying in your hands. Our wyvern will enjoy more defensive stats by equipping it with its own saddle. Not just for stats, but the saddle adds more flair to your wyvern's experience. Head to the saddlery, located south of Demenissian's main town, and the vendor here sells the saddle for a very low price, so snag it for your own wyvern upgrade. And if you are getting value so far, subscribe to the channel. Liking the video and engaging in the comments helps me more than you can imagine. Or consider supporting us on Patreon or by becoming a channel member today, and I appreciate your support. The Golden Deer Steer will give you 4 defense, level 3 movement speed, and 0.8 HP regen per second. Perfect for movement speed character builds in mid to late game progress. Find this earring in the town of Demenissian, located in the town's tribunal building. From the entrance of the tribunal, take a sharp left turn and notice the window nearest to the entrance. Enter the window and find the strongbox where the accessory is located. Access the strongbox and follow the puzzle solution on the screen, then open it and get the Golden Deer Steer earring inside the box. Another movement speed earring taking the spotlight is the White Horns earring. It gives you 4 defense, level 3 movement speed, and 0.8 HP regen per second for your character builds. Get this earring in the town of Demenissian, located in the eastern section of the main continent. Head to the entrance of the main castle of Demenissian and wear your vision to stop any hostile guard attacks. Once you are inside, gain height and access the top of the second gate of the castle. Then access the upper ramparts of the castle where there's an entrance that you can go through. And access a huge communal area, and this communal area has a fireplace on it with a secret room behind it. Find the strongbox in the secret room and turn the dial to the right until you hear a continuous clicking sound. After the loud unlock sound, turn the dial to the left until you hear another continuous clicking sound, which will then unlock the box. Steal the White Horns earring inside the box and move forward. The Relic of Darkness is one of the best necklaces in the game, giving your build 5 raw attack stat, a whopping level 3 critical rate, and 0.4 spirit regen per second. Snag this necklace still in Demenissian in the region of Eastern Hills. The spot is exactly located under the huge wild landmark of the map. The actual place is near the train tracks of Demenissian, hidden within a huge amount of trees. Enter the cozy house and the bookshelf on the right has a secret room behind it. Turn on the candle here and access the strongbox to start solving the puzzle. Follow the puzzle solution on the screen right now to unlock the box and get the Relic of Darkness inside it. The Crimson Chaser armor set is a 4-piece set and one of the most highly pursued sets in the game because of its striking visual design, especially the head armor piece for this instance. Just imagine if this armor is colored in true black. This is a plated armor set, and wearing any plated boots will give your build 116 defense, 8 sockets, daze immunity, and level 3 lightning resistance. Get the Crimson Chaser plated helm by heading north of Demenissian and locating a specific farm in the Golden Plains region. This specific farm has a special shed on it that we need to locate. Find the shed near a windmill and access the upper floor of the shed to find the treasure chest that will give you the Crimson Chaser plated helm. Still in the northern part of Demenissian, find the next key area located in the huge letter N landmark. This area will lead you to another farm that has the same shed on it that we need to find. Dismounting from my wyvern, and I will slowly guide down to our next shed. On the upper floor of the shed lies the chest that will give you the Assassin's Creed gloves, or rather the Crimson Chaser plated gloves. Find the cloak by heading to the Church of East Demenissian just outside of the main town. Facing the main church, engage its main premises and jump onto the highest roof of the building. You will then notice a crack wall that you can move behind the tower. So push it to reveal a hidden room on the other side and get the chest inside the tower. And it will give you the Crimson Chaser chain cloak in the process. The Crimson Chaser mail needs a little bit of work, and you need to unlock the Crimson Warden's quest under the House of Thorel faction quest. The faction quest in Demenissian will be unlocked after clearing Chapter 8, so keep that in mind. Progressing the Crimson Warden's quest will lead you to a boss fight in Demenissian Wildlife Park. Find the Crimson Warden boss inside the animal enclosure and beat the boss by just reflecting her arrows with the Nature Snare Retribution. Beating this boss will reward you with the Crimson Chaser mail, Red Goblet, and the Arrow Rain Abyss gear, which I will be diving into later on in this guide. The Grey Wolf armor set is hands down one of the best leather sets in the game, giving you this striking grey mane top-notch visual. Just in case you haven't noticed, this armor set is a cover armor set explaining the armor piece's distinctive look. The Grey Wolf set consists of just 4 pieces, so if you can equip a plated helm, expect around 101 defense, 8 sockets, and level 3 lightning resistance. There are multiple ways of unlocking this armor set, and I will show you one of the easiest. Head to the main castle of Hernand, which all of you pretty much know the location of. From the castle's courtyard, gain height and access the castle ramparts, and navigate them until you reach an entrance on your right. Access the staircase on your right to reach the highest residential area of the castle. In the wide area with the chandelier, there's a room that you need a key to open. And inside the room lies the Cloth Armor of the World Volume 3 on the shelf on your left. Steal the recipe and move forward. The next key NPC that you need to find is situated north of the town of Velua in the southern section of Hernand. The location will lead you to Tanner Varin, an NPC whose trust you should be increasing to 100. This NPC loves many things, but in my case, I just gave him ores. Increasing his trust to 100 will allow you to buy the Leather Armors of the World Volume 4 for just 48 silver. Read both of the recipes that we just got, and your crafting menu under the leather equipment should give you all 4 pieces of the Grey Wolf armor set. Players who would love bold armor sets with a lot of visual statements added to their appearance need to consider the Icewing plate armor set. This is one of the rarest armor sets out there, locked behind some of the main side quests in the game. This is a plated armor, so expect 110 defense, 8 sockets to play with additional days immunity and level 3 fire resistance. Starting with the Icewing plated helm, located in the Cave of the Ancients in the region of Pailun. The location will lead you to a cave where you need to use your force pump technique to break the stone block at the entrance. Get the Icewing plate helm inside the cave and move forward. Head to the northern part of Pailun and track the Claggy Chasm in Silver Wolf Mountain. The location is surrounded by trees and near the longleaf hideouts. Claggy Chasms is a waterfall cave, so glide down to its entrance and use the stab ability to pierce through the entrance and get the Icewing plate gloves inside the cave. Head to the Sanctum of Solace found near the huge letter A landmark of Pailun. Liberate the area and defeat the boss Antumbra's staff. Beating this guy will reward you with the guidance of the Dark Pursuit and the Dark Crescent Abyss gear, which I will dive into in the next video. Those are just side rewards, and from the boss arena, near the tree and facing the high tower, use Force Palm to access the hidden room and get the Icewing plate boots as a reward. The challenging part in here is getting the Icewing plate armor and the cloak itself. To get the Icewing plate armor, you need to unlock the Frozen Elder Tree side quest under the House of Celeste faction quest in Hernand. You can unlock the key quest by following the exact Hernand region faction mission progress on the screen right now for your reference. And this quest will lead you to Fort Roothold, and the Frozen Elder Tree quest will require you to beat the boss Gwen Craver. Beating her will drop her armor piece, which is the Icewing plate armor just in case you haven't noticed, and this armor contains the Shattering Frost Abyss gear, which I will be discussing later on as well. Not only that, you will be getting the Frostpang Sphere as a bonus in the boss area where you fought Craver. Here comes the real challenge, since the Icewing plate cloak can only be obtained by completing all of the 16 sanctums in the game. For the sake of this video, I will not show you each of the sanctums location, but instead, I will show you how to unlock all 5 witches in the game. By unlocking a witch location or their specific quest, you can start your grand journey by allowing you to track each of the sanctum on the map easily, and each of them has a very simple puzzle to solve. Your first witch in the game can be unlocked in Chapter 3, and the Refined Power is the key quest involved in this effort. You will be finding Sylvia the Witch just north of Hernand in the Shadow's Whisper Cave. Talk to her to complete the quest and progress the overall witches questline. You can start fighting the remaining witches in Chapter 5, and your first witch should be Elowen. The Witch of Wisdom quest will be unlocked, and this quest will require you to rescue a woman, who is Elowen in disguise of course, from bandit attacks as part of the test. Later on, she will welcome you to her house in Witchwood. Talk to her and she will give you all of the sanctum under her care that you need to cleanse. To unlock the Witch of Kindness Berry, head to the specific Abyss Nexus near Wayward Woods, in the region of Pailun. From the Abyss Nexus, gain height and survey the location below you. There's a tent near the deep chasm and a woman who is freezing to death. Approach the woman and make a flame by putting a fire on the nearby churn. This is actually the witch berry and she will lead you to her hideout. Her hideout is located way north of Peilun in a huge icy lake, which I find really interesting. Talk to Barry and unlock her questline to cleanse all of the sanctum under her care. The next step in here is finding the Witch of Humility Lycelia and start Lycelia's questline by heading to the town of Bagan. This is just northwest of Demenissian and northeast of Hernand. Head to the Abyss Nexus being shown on the screen right now to start the questline. From the Abyss Nexus, find the broken bridge nearby with the man asking for help. He is actually the witch in disguise, so help him progress the questline. And you can find Lycelia's hideout by heading to Serpent Marsh, a region near the Dewhaven area of the map, located in the western section of Delicia. From the Abyss Nexus, glide your way through the lower section of the area where the cave entrance is located. Talk to Lycelia to formally start the Sanctum's questline under her observation. Head to the desert region of Crimson Desert and find the city of Tomaso near the huge Tashkalp landmark. The exact location, however, is the Tomaso Fort Post House. Once you arrive at the location, there's a child beggar near the bulletin board where the bounties are located. Give this child a coin, and this is actually Arisiel testing you, and she will then invite you to her hideout. Find her hideout in the region of Urdava, southwest of Tashkalp. Her location is rather inviting here, as you can see, located on a cliff, which I also find fascinating. Enter the witch's house and it will eventually lead you to her overlooking workshop above the house. Talk to her and get the quest to cleanse the sanctum under her power. After cleansing all 16 sanctums, heading back to the location of Eluwen, Barry, Lycelia, and Arisiel will give you their witch's stones. If you did all of the quests correctly, your witch's quest should look like this, minus the Protector of the Abyss side quests. And finally, after getting all of the witch's stones, complete the Protector of the Abyss side quest by finding White Crow in Wayward Woods, witch's hideout. The huge tree in this location with a door is where you need to be. Access the door and slot all of the witch's stones that you gathered through your journey to unlock the special door. White Crow will welcome you and congratulate you on completing the whole questline and reward you with a treasure chest containing the Icewing plate cloak. The Arrow Rain Abyss gear will allow you to summon arrow volleys in every combo finisher that the character performs. The arrow volley covers a wide range, making it a decent AoE attack. I only wish that this Abyss gear could work on bows as well to have a proper bow build. But sadly, you can only slot this Abyss gear on melee weapons, which is a totally weird design choice in my opinion. If you are following this guide, I mentioned that you will be getting the Arrow Rain Abyss gear after beating the Crimson Warden boss when we are getting the Crimson Chaser armor pieces. It's been a while since I featured a bow on this channel, so the Crimson Warden's bow will take on the spotlight, offering you 33 raw attack stat at max upgrade and 5 sockets to play with. And not to mention, it is one of the unique bows in the game. If you are aiming for the Crimson Chaser armor set, then it is a no-brainer to get this ranged weapon to complete the set. Get the Crimson Warden bow still in Demenissian, located exactly on the huge letter N landmark. This location will lead you to a trading post with lots of animal pens and farming materials. The special shed in the area is the one we need, so just use the nearby structures to climb the said shed and access the treasure chest inside it to get the Crimson's Warden bow. Our boy Cliff can now wield muskets or have a proper range build, so getting the Demenissian Hero Musket is one of the non-negotiables. The Demenissian Hero Musket is another unique weapon that gives your build 38 raw attack stats at max upgrade and 5 sockets for your building needs. Get this awesome musket by heading to the southern part of Demenissian and locating the Lost Song Cave in the region of Serpent Marsh. This place is an absolute sight to see with a chain of waterfalls around you. Glide your way down to the entrance of the cave and use your stab ability to pierce through the waterfall and get the Demenissian Hero Musket from the treasure chest inside the cave. If you love spears in this game, you will want to check out the Thorn of the Dark Pursuit, another unique spear that gives your build 38 attack stat at max upgrade and a good bonus of level 1 attack speed, and of course 5 sockets to play with. An icing on the cake is the Warden of Darkness Abyss gear, which will allow you to summon the Antumbra Spear himself and pierces targets in all 4 directions. And I am telling you, these shadows hits pretty hard and are very effective as a crowd control strategy in combat. If you are following this guide, it is likely that you already have this weapon since the boss that drops the Thorn of the Dark Pursuit lies in the Sanctum of Revelation. And if you can remember, the Icewing plate armor set will require you to complete all Sanctums. Just in case you haven't done so, head to the Sanctum of Revelation and liberate the area and find the boss Antumbra Spear. This boss is not pretty half bad, pretty much like any other Antumbra boss out there. And once you defeat the boss, get the Thorn of the Dark Pursuit and the Warden of Darkness in one of the special chambers of the Sanctum. The Dandelion Longsword is hands down one of the most royal looking swords in the game. This sword is not just for show despite its elegant appearance, since this sword can give your build 40 raw attack stat, a whopping level 2 critical rate, and 5 sockets to play with. We are talking about high level weapon in here. The Death Chime quest under the Housewell faction quest is the one you need if you want to unlock this weapon. You can automatically unlock the key side quest after beating chapter 8 of the main story. The Death Chime side quest will require you to clear the Bloodsteer Fortress located in the southern region of Hernan. You will also be defeating the boss Bradigo in the process, which is not really a big deal to be honest. Once the Bloodsteer Fortress has been liberated, find the arms dealer Malcor in the fortress and increase his trust to 100 by gifting him animal hides in the process. And he will reveal the two-handed weapons of the world volume 4 in his inventory so you can buy it. One thing to note here is that you need to read all of the pages of the recipe so you can unlock the Dandelion Longsword and craft it in the process. I firmly believe that any player should get the Shattering Frost Abyss gear because of the massive value it provides. This Abyss gear will empower your Frost Mantle attacks by a ton, making the Ice Blast radius cover more range, and also adds another blast of freeze explosions. For those who doesn't know, the Frost Mantle attack imbue can already one-shot any regular enemies in the game. So imagine if that effect gets doubled and even gets better. That is what Shattering Frost Abyss gear will do for you. But hey Samurai, I can destroy almost everything in the game. Why would I want this Abyss gear? Pretty simple, my dear viewer, and if you are following my guide so far, you already know the answer. In all of my Abyss Artifacts XP farming guides so far, you've seen me suggest the Shattering Frost Abyss gear to optimize your XP runs. You will be wiping enemies in seconds during your farming sessions, so you will be gaining more Abyss Artifacts per hour. And if you are following the guide so far, you already have the Shattering Frost Abyss gear. The Icewing plate armor that dropped from Gwen Craver has the Abyss gear in question. So make sure to unlock the Ice element and combine it with the Shattering Frost Abyss gear and you will be truly overpowered in the process. But what if you want to know even more broken upgrades that you can unlock in mid-game? This video will teach you everything you need to know, so click on it and I will catch you on the next one.